Bourgogne.
Playable, honestly.
Really?
Yeah, I would rather play Republic.
No.
I would rather play Republic.
No.
This thing is good if you're left alone, but it's squishy and I don't know. It doesn't have enough battle impact for me. I played it a lot. It's super fun. Hits very hard, but if you get focused down, and we streamers know that happens, that's not the ship you want to be in.
That's any ship if it gets focused down, to be honest.
Yeah, but it's just not tanky enough for my liking. I don't think it's competitive just because it's so easy to shut down. It doesn't have that fuel smoke that Black Republic, for example, has. Or
see, that's why it's not meta for me. Because this thing is stealthy as all get out. You can sneak up on other cruisers of the same tier, like that, and just blap them out of existence. You have the speed, and also, by the way, you have a rapid reload and a decent HE. If a DD wants to come at you, you can go, let's go, bro. Like, I'm totally fine with this. And that's a 2-tap with all of its guns. It's just a really nice, solid, competitive battleship. Maybe mid-competitive, I could argue that. I know and the other ones it's high competitive, but it's like, nah, like, Bourgogne, it's so much damage. I think you should revisit it, Bob.
I put it in competitive. I think it's meta would be too high for it.
I agree with that.
It would definitely be too high. How's the AA? I know, like I said, I haven't played it a lot.
No, it's not. It's French AA. It's not.
It's not. Yeah, okay.
Oh, hold
on. But if we go off of AA, Republic, there's like 5 ships in meta. Like there's not many ships that have good AA.
It's just
small caliber AA is 455 for Bourgogne.
That's nothing. That's not nothing. I should say.
But
that's a lot.
The thing with Black Republic though, it has less than that. Like it's evened out. Mm-hmm. But the thing with that, it gets defensive fire alert as well, which we didn't talk about.
No, I completely
Black Republic, like Black Republic's meta, it doesn't matter. Like
yeah, that's what I'm saying though. Like that's another reason for that to be so highly ranked up there.
Yeah, that's true.
But again, I'll say competitive for Bourgogne. I think it's a wonderful ship, and I wish I had it.
Yeah, I wish I had it too. We can agree on that. Yeah, I mean, competitive, fair enough. I haven't played it enough. I've only played against it, and I think it's one of those ships. If you play it as a new player, it's not a very good ship at all. I mean, you're gonna get wrecked in it. But if you put somebody like Matt behind it, yeah, good luck.
Oh yeah, no, I love Bourgogne. It's one of my higher damage ships. It's fun. Speaking of a ship that just does nothing but damage, Buffalo.
Meta.
Mm-hmm.
Meta, huh? Both of you meta?
Yep. It's been meta ever since it came out. It's such a good ship.
I denied it a long time ago. Pig Bay. We will convert you. Okay, we will.
I say competitive.
I want to hear why though, because I can be swayed. I can always be swayed.
So all it does is damage. It doesn't have any versatility when it comes to like AA or fucking what's it called, like trying to hunt something down. Give it a sonar. I would say meta, 100%. We've been saying that. How long have we been saying this?
For 3 years, Buffalo probably now at this point.
I see where you're coming from, but the damage output is just
it's great.
Insane. It does everything the Black's Out does with just its guns, but better because it's more maneuverable and it's not relying on torpedoes for it. The guns are fantastic. I will definitely go low meta, high competitive type of situation. I could agree with that, PB, because like in the overall meta, it clearly is that lower meta, but good lord, those guns.
Yeah, I can agree with low meta, high competitive, because you are right, Pig Bay, not the best AA boat, doesn't have any support in terms of DDE hunting, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's just the damage output. Every time I play Buffalo and I'm in like a CV game, it's the last thing I think about. I just think about, okay, that's a battleship I could burn down. That's a cruiser I can hit 3 times and he's dead. But
no.
It's an old ship and it works. So I guess low meta, high competitive is fine.
It's the first tier time premium.
Yeah. I remember wailing for it way back in the day.
Oh yeah, me too.
Hey, bionic camo for the win, man. That thing looks so good.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Such a cool camo.
Meta for the camo.
We should do a camo meta.
Next one here, though. I mean, we can all agree that the next one, right?
Do we?
Needs fixing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I've played this quite a bit and tried to make it work, and I could say confidently this thing needs fixing. It needs better AP pen, more tankiness and some kind of secondary suite, so it can justify having so many secondaries. Like, it doesn't make sense.
I think it also needs better HE to deal with DDs. Like I don't think the HE is that great, to be honest.
Fire chance is perfect.
Yeah,
but more HE alpha, right?
I was about to say
if I remember correctly, it's like what 600s per show for HE. Oh, hold on, I got this up here. I can look at it.
Yeah, it's like you got someone's better have the game up. No, actually, I wanted to put Castilla in a low niche just because it does have moments, but then the Bazan came out and just was like, you did the burst fire so much better. Like, it's hard to. I want to love it, but God, you just go up to tier 8 and stop at that point. Like, it's not worth it.
It's better than I thought. It's before damage reductions. It's like 823.
Still should be more.
But I could say point. Like when you're hitting an FDG, you do 300 damage per shell, and I know a lot of other cruisers do that, but it needs higher HE alpha for the DDs.
And they're 254s. You would expect them to hit harder than they do.
But also, when you look at Napoli, like those guns hit consistently hard every time. How come the same caliber of gun doesn't do that here?
No.
Yeah, I wish Castilla was better. Wish it was better.
Same.
God. We were spoiled.
Burst fire's
a
fun feature. Yeah, we were.
I wish they would lower the cooldown a little bit on the burst fire. I think it's a little too heavy because I think Bazan has a perfect one. When I played Bazan, I was like, all right, you know what? I don't mind using the burst fire as much. When I played Castilla, I was like, do I really want to sit here with this like 20-something second reload right now?
You don't want to have to feel like I'm sacrificing 30 seconds of damage for potentially 2 full pens, because it's always very lackluster.
I mean, that's exactly it right there.
Yeah. And Bazan just 18 full pens. There you go. Or however many. It's 24, right?
Yeah.
24 full pens. Yeah.
Even if you get like 75%, that's still like 16 full pens. Like Castilla would be like, no, we're not going to even get some pens. You're like, God. Oh. All right. Drag Racer. Colbert.
Mm-hmm.
The Drag Racer.
That one's hard, I think. I think this is such a hard one.
It is, because you can have really, really amazing games in it, and then you can also get completely annihilated.
Yeah, definitely can.
So we spent like 5 minutes on this ship in the cruiser video. I was convinced that it's almost like Austin, where it just pulls itself out because of how much damage those guns can do, and if the more you learn how to handle its insane mobility, you can survive. You can dodge FTRs, you can dodge that stuff pretty darn well just because of how mobility is. But just like Austin, it can get shut the down hard, and it just doesn't. So I put it in competitive. I don't know what you guys thinking.
I think that's a fair placement, honestly. It's just like an Austin.
Yeah.
And come on, when you can see a Vermont at max range, but by the way, at your max range, when you're shooting it, you can be stopped. They can fire. You can pop your engine boost and miss all of the entire self.
That's a fast engine. God damn, bro.
Oh yeah,
them screws be turning. Yeah, I think competitive is fair.
That's
definitely
fair.
not.
I agree with that.
I could see niche. I could see people in the comment section. Which, once again, if you want to join us, comment in the comment section. We'll be responding and such. But the Colbert, I could see niche, high niche, because of just the way it is. But because of the DD meta right now, and it does have decent A. Like, a lot of people forget about that. It does actually have pretty good A. So it's not gonna.
It actually does. Yeah.
Stop an FDR, but that's not many other ships. So
Yeah, if it's not Ragnar, you ain't stopping shit.
Yeah. No. Definitely no. Conqueror. I don't think I need to say anything else.
Why does it need fixing, though? What needs to be fixed?
Armor's
We're talking
bad.
about regular Conqueror.
Yeah, we're talking
about
regular
I know, but regular old Conqueror.
Any other ship will pen it incredibly easily. It is one of the slowest battleships at tier 10 for no good reason at all and such. While it does have impressive DPM, it does, and such, it's realistically the armor holds it back. The armor and mobility, it's just, why is it so awkwardly slow for the ship size and everything like that.
Good arguments. I can only play Trick Conqueror, so I can see what you're saying. It definitely is not tanky. Petro will annihilate it.
Yep.
So I would maybe say more niche, just because it's been like this forever. And people still find out how to make it work, right? Even without Nelson. So I'd call it a niche ship, because just like Marlboro, it's same thing. Lots of guns, wants to set fires, not very tanky. So in my opinion, it's a niche.
A lot of people forget about the AP.
The AP. That's why I was wondering why you guys put in needs fixing, because I've been hearing so much about AP Conqueror the last half a year and thinking, okay, maybe it's risen a little bit in
that's
popularity.
where the trick comes in.
Oh, let's go to Trick then.
Well, Pigbay, are you agreeing with needs fixing as well, or because that would be 2 to 1?
I would say needs fixing.
Maybe needs less fixing, of course, than Castilla, because we'll rank the needs fixing of like, hey,
all right,
Wargaming, work on this one first, then work on this one, like that. So, Tricked Conqueror,
niche. And depending on what you're thinking AP with Tovey, or what are we talking
AP,
here?
Tovey, AP camo.
Okay, well, I have never tried that, so...
buddy.
I haven't tried it with AP
buddy,
camo.
because it ain't niche. Now we're talking, like, mid-playable in the tier 10 meta. This thing becomes a DPM monster. You still get this kicked out of you. Like, don't, that's just gonna be it. Like, that's the problem, is that once it gets a mobility buff, and I want Vanguard levels of mobility on Conqueror. I want that thing to be able to be in open water and dodge salvos and like that. I don't want an armor buff. I just want it just to be more mobile. You put that, it's in competitive now because it's got some of the best dang AP on that sucker. It like at 10 kilometers, all full pens.
I've seen that.
I don't have much experience with Conqueror in general. I just know how it feels to shoot at it. So.
Yeah. It's a fun ship to shoot at. I mean, I've played I think close to 200 games now with HE focused Nelson Conqueror, and while I haven't tried the AP one, it's certainly also close to playable, probably more niche, since HE is, it could go really well, it could go really bad, but the HE is also quite nice. But yeah, if you don't have anything for Conqueror, it's not a fun experience.
No, the AP, you definitely should try it. Put on the AP camo, put on Tovey, and all of a sudden, you're still shooting HE at like the 11 plus and like that, because the AP it's not consistent at that area. But 11 in, you're now full penning every single round on most cruisers and battleship like bows and everything. It is now you fully see that DPM that we all theoretically see with the Conqueror, but we never actually truly see it in real life on that one. This time, now you do, and I love my Conqueror.
I need to try that now.
I have played it 10 games since I've gotten Tovey up to that, and I have 7 of those 10 games I've gone over 120k.
Okay, that says a lot, because normally that's a struggle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I have to try that on stream as well.
I gotta make a video about it eventually. I have all of those recordings. I'm just like, guys, this is it's definitely not meta. It definitely is not, but oh man, it makes it so
it's fun.
Playable. And like that. But I will say, actually, I think I agree with the niche idea if you do run Nelson on that situation with IFHE plus, though I still believe Nelson's better on another ship that we'll get to.
I can't wait to hear that.
I know, right? Yeah, I know, right? I just actually am now like, crap, did we put it on here? Yes, we did. Good. Just was like, shoot, did we forget about that? Columbo, just regular Columbo.
I honestly see Columbo as one of the easiest battleships to deal with in the game. 30-second reload. Most players don't even know the difference between AP and SAP, so 50% of the time once you go up against the Columbo, there's a chance he's got the wrong ammo type. It's still gonna hurt, but I don't think Columbo nowadays is it's low playable for me.
Low playable?
Really?
So easy to deal with. Just, it's compared to okay, let me put it like this. Let's say you're playing an Austin. You got a Yamato on one flank, Columbo on the other flank. What flank are you picking? I would pick Columbo any day of the week.
If I'm in a DD, I'll go definitely Yamato, but if I'm in a cruiser, I'll definitely go after Columbo, yeah.
if you're in an Austin, for example, you know, both of them could do insane damage, but one of them is so imprecise and easier to pen also.
Is it though? It's got 16 guns. It's your general vicinity's all knocked out.
Of course, ranges depend. I mean, if it's 10 kilometers compared to 15, right? Yeah. I don't think Columbo. I think it gets too much love. It's not that good. It's
okay. I feel like that's a hot take. I was like, wow, that's a low bar for Columbo.
I've always thought Columbo was just, it's a good ship, but I mean, it's not close to the meta BBs in my opinion.
Where are you gonna put this?
I put in competitive.
Yeah, I think it's just because it's able to nuke a DD.
Well, not even just a DD. Even those light cruisers that we talked about. If you're running SAP Plus, you're gonna fucking destroy them.
Colbert doesn't like Columbo.
No.
Austin doesn't like Columbo.
Nevsky
not
doesn't
only
like
that,
Columbo.
like if you're aiming at weak spots too, you're gonna just completely shred them. That alpha from the SAP is insane.
I will say this: I think I have a bias because I've noticed something. Montana is the go-to battleship on NA. Columbo is the go-to battleship on EU. So I think we see a lot of Columbos, new players also. So I just think, you know, it's very easy to counter Columbo compared to somebody else. That 30-second reload, if you just know when to dodge and they miss every single shell, that's 30 more seconds where you can pound them with HE or something else.
Not wrong, and this is why I really wanted to make sure we brought in Boblin on this one, because NA and EU are similar, but there is some distinct differences that once you get really into the weeds, knowing that Columbo is actually like the Montana, I'm betting that once we get to Montana, we're going to rank it a little bit differently than you, because we see them all the time, and they are oblivious to what they're doing at all, and it is frustrating because Monty is really good, but...
I don't fear Montana, to be honest.
I fear Montana.
Unless it's Rage.
Montana players on EU are good players. They're old school players. They played since 2018. They love their Montana. I would pick the Columbo flank any day over the Montana flank.
Well, I mean, I guess we got difference of opinion here because I'm always playing a DD, or most of the time I'm being in the DD, and I'd rather be shot at by a Montana than Columbo.
But if we look at the facts, Columbo does have fuel smoke, it does have scouting plane, acts also as precise aim, and it can one-shot DDs. So if we take into account both servers, fair enough. But only if Columbo goes below Sao, Black Sao. It cannot be above Black Sao. There we go.
Okay. I'll concede that, you know, kind of the comparison between them, because that's very interesting, because in NA, Columbos are... It's basically like, cool, they are going to be the ones that if you get spotted just a little bit out of place on a flank, you're going to see 16 sap cells come at you. And yeah, they're not accurate, but there's so many of them, you're going to get half health if you're not playing it well. And, you know, just as we were saying, it's like Monty will take that fight any day on NA, but on EU, it's a whole different fight. So that's an interesting difference between the two of them. I'm sorry. All right.
Interesting, yeah.